Good morning, dear students. I welcome back to another section with your English teacher. Are you all ready to learn something new today? I'm going to start a new lesson. Are you all happy to listen? Very good, dear students. Let's open our textbook to page number 45. Page number 45. A dog loves cakes. Yes, let's share our ideas. So this is the lesson. Today we are going to learn. Do you like pet? If you don't, do you have a pet at home? Yes. If it is yes, please give the name of the pet and say what kind of pet it is. And if you don't have, please do anyone who does. So if anybody has, you can write the name of that pet. My uncle has so and so cat, and that, that's what name you can mention there. Yes. What do you like about the way pets behave in the house? What do you not like about their behavior? Okay. What exactly you like? What you don't? I can just mention. Draw or paste pictures in the space provided of the animals you would like to keep as pets. You can be as imaginative as possible. So you can draw or paste pictures. What are pets you would like to have as your pets? What are the animals you would like to have them as your pets? Clear, dear students? Yes? Very good. So now quickly we will move on to the lesson. A dog loves cakes. So have you seen the, yes, this is the name of the lesson. A dog loves cakes. A dog loves cakes. Now let's read the story about how a pet dog behaves and what his master does. Mr. Jones is an old man. He lives alone in his cottage. His best friend is Toffee, his dog. So, old man, he lives alone. He has a pet with him. That is his dog. His name is Toffee. His name is Toffee. Okay, Toffee is the dog whose best friend, Mr. Jones' best friend. Every day, Mr. Jones follows the same routine. He gets up late in the mornings, he has a wash, and then he goes out for a walk. He takes Toffee with him. First goes to the coffee shop at the corner. He drinks a cup of coffee and eats a slice of fruit cake. The cake is for 2 rupees. How much the cake? How much is the cake? Cake is for 2 rupees. Toffee sits under his chair. He gives him a little cake. A little cake she gets from his master. Okay, can you see? It is sitting under the chair of the master, and master gives some fruit cake to the dog. Their routine, like he gets up late in the morning. He won't get up early in the morning. He wakes up late in the morning. He takes his shower. He has some wash, and then he walks towards the coffee shop where he gets a coffee, and also he eats a fruit cake. So a dog likes fruit cake so much so that master shares with the doggy a small piece of fruit cake. Okay, dear students, this is what they routine. And this toffee, the dog sits under the chair. Okay. Then Mr. Jones crosses the road and buys a newspaper. After that, he goes to a newspaper shop and he buys one newspaper. He crosses the road and he buys one newspaper. He gives the paper to Toffee. Toffee holds it gently between his teeth and carries it home. He feels proud doing so. So after buying the newspaper, he gives it to Toffee. Toffee holds in its mouth and it takes it to the house. Slowly, gently, it handles the newspaper. Last month, Mr. Jones fell ill. He could not leave his bed. The doctor told him, "You have got the flu." Now Mr. Jones could not go out to get his daily newspaper. He thought of a plan. He gave a 2 rupee coin to Toffee. Like a rocket, the dog shot off and came back with a newspaper in his mouth. Then what happened? One day, last month, he fell ill and he could not wake up from the bed. He was sleeping in the bed. Then what happened? The doctor told him, "You got flu." Then if anybody has flu or cold and phlegm, they cannot go out, right? So he couldn't get his newspaper, daily newspaper he wants to read. Then he thought of a plan. Who Jones thought of a plan. He sent his toffee with 2 rupee coin. Then Toffee went very fast, like a rocket, and it brought the newspaper with him. Okay. After a week, Mr. Jones went out. So after a week, Jones became well and he went out. The newspaper seller told him, "You owe me 14 rupees. Your dog took 7 newspapers and didn't bring any money." So newspaper seller says you have to give me 14 rupees because 7 days your toffee came and took the newspaper but didn't pay the money. Then Mr. Jones like, "What happened? I have given money, right?" So that Mr. Jones was surprised. "I'll find out what Toffee has been up to," he said to himself. He was thinking like, what Toffee has done with the money which I have given. Let me check. The next morning he gave Toffee a 2 rupee coin. The dog dashed out. Mr. Jones followed him. He saw the dog go to the coffee shop. Toffee put the coin on the counter and got a piece of fruit cake and gobbled it up. Okay, then what happened? He wants to test Toffee. So he had given 2 rupees to Toffee and he asked to get a newspaper. Then Toffee goes very fast and he goes to the coffee shop, not to the newspaper boy. Then it puts the 2 rupee coin on the counter and immediately they give the fruit cake to the puppy or dog and it immediately gobbled it up. Quickly it ate. Then Toby heard his master's voice. He came to Mr. Jones and hung his head in shame. Then Toffee heard what happened. By that, the voice of his master. Then he came to Mr. Jones and hung his head in shame. He put his head down and he just felt shame. Mr. Jones patted Toffee and said, "Do not do it. Do this again. Again, you should not do such things." Now, Toffee does not even look at the coffee shop. When his master goes there, he sits outside and wags his tail. He's not even entering into the coffee shop. After master there said, "Don't do this again." Very good dog, right? Yes, yes. Once Mr. Jones gave him a big slice of cake, but Toffee did not eat it because it felt so shame on that day when Master found his mistake. So it never entered inside and it never ate the fruit cake again. Often Mr. Jones tells him, "You are the best dog in the world." Then he seems to glow with pride and joy. The dog feels so happy when Mr. Jones says that you are the best dog in the world. You are very good and best, he says. Okay? This is all about our story. Have you enjoyed the story, dear students? Yes? Very good. We'll catch you up in the next video. Until then, please take care. Bye bye.